Okay, so today I want to talk to you guys about Innovis. Some people don't know that Innovis is like the fourth largest credit bureau. A lot of people may not look at Innovis as being a credit bureau because Innovis doesn't necessarily generate credit scores for people. But however, it has the fourth largest database in consumer reports. So let's take a look at an actual Innovis credit report. Okay, so first things first here on the actual credit report, what we're seeing here are accounts. And as you can see, it looks much like any other credit report that you will see. So you have like the account name, the account number, the account type, the status, the balance, the date open, date closed, date last reported, credit limit, last payment, high balance. You even have the comments there, remarks or whatever. And you also have the grid here that shows how the consumer has been making their payments. So this is like a legit credit report, right? And the good thing about Innovis is that you can actually go onto their website, create an account, and you can order your credit report right there online. And you'll always be able to log into that account and view your credit reports. And you can dispute online as well. Even though I'm not a fan of necessarily disputing online, I mean, it can work sometimes. And what I like about how Innovis reports on the credit reports is that it's going to show you on the credit report right where the account is, what personal information that you have is attached to that specific account. So that account is attached to a certain address, it's going to show you exactly what that address is. So that I love about Innovis with that. So I'm going to scroll down and I'm going to find a derogatory. Because I know this account personally, I know for a fact that this was an actual charge-off that had gotten paid. So this is a paid charge-off. So this should not be reporting like this. This is reporting all wrong. First of all, it's reporting a past due amount that it should not be reporting a past due amount on a closed charge-off. Everyone knows that. So that's dispute reason number one for this account. Also, because I know that this account was actually paid off, Innovis is not reporting it. This account was charged off. It was paid in full. But however, with Innovis, because this is a USAA bank account, and I want my client's credit report to look as good as I can possibly get it looking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dispute and challenge Innovis to remove the remarks on the status that's saying that it was a charge-off, because we don't need that. Like, take that off. Like, we paid the account, so we don't need you to report that it was a charge-off. Come on, that's like kicking us when we're down. When we came back, we did the right thing. We paid the account off. Let's just say that it's paid. Oh, and one other thing that Innovis shows. Innovis, to me, is a little bit more in depth in some areas than the average credit report that you will see on Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. Like, take this for instance. It says original charge-off amount is $2,489. You're not going to get that on most credit reports where it'll say what the original charge-off amount was. So, however, we want to get them to remove this as well, because this makes my client look bad. So we're going to dispute this as well. Another negative account here, this is a Wells Fargo bank card. This was a secured credit card that my client had acquired. Okay, so it's a closed charge-off. She did actually go back and pay. So again, we want them to remove the remarks that say was a charge-off, and we want them to remove the original charge-off amount as $121. We want them to remove that as well. And while we're in there disputing, the high balance doesn't look good because the credit limit was $300. So we want to get them to remove that as well. So that's what we're going to dispute. And this is the end of the Innovis credit report. The other thing that I wanted to point out about the Innovis credit report is that what I'm noticing with Innovis, I'm not noticing collections and things of that nature. What I'm noticing with Innovis is that they seem to report more of the credit card information. I've also seen them report auto loans, but I've seen more than anything, like if you have a store card or if you have like a credit card, that stuff is 100% reporting on your Innovis credit report. Now, I haven't seen Capital One credit report on Innovis yet. I'm not saying that they don't, but I haven't seen it. But like Navy Federal Credit Union, 2 accounts here reporting, Kohl's card reporting, Community Bank reporting. That was a store card. Santander USA, this was an auto loan. So, and this is reported on Innovis, on the Innovis credit report, and this is USAA Bank reporting, Wells Fargo reporting. So just to kind of give you an idea of who actually reports to Innovis, this is a good start. What I want to show you next is how, this is just one dispute strategy. So I printed out the Innovis credit report. And I'm not going to necessarily like do the disputing in front of you guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to find the negative accounts that I will be disputing, which is like 3 of them. And I'm not even going to create actual dispute letters for this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to write my disputes on each and every one of these accounts. So okay, let me go back here. So with the TD Bank USA Target credit card, where I spoke about them reporting the status as charge off, and they're reporting a balance as being 511, past due amount 511, all those things. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this credit report that I printed out. I'm going to circle all the discrepancies, and what I'm going to do is just take a pen and I'm going to write beside it what's inaccurate, what's wrong, and then I'm going to let them know what it is that I'm asking them to do to correct this account. I'm going to just write all of this on the actual credit report. So, and then we're going to see what kind of results we get back. So this is like kind of the, this is like one of the old school ways of doing it, but because Innovis is fairly easy to dispute with, I'm not going to pull out Metro 2 or anything like that. I'll save that for a later date. If it comes down to that, I'll pull something, you know, strong like that out. But as far as the first round, it's going to be this, and it's going to be simple. And more than likely, this is going to get this off. I will update this video in about 30 days. And I will let you guys know what results we were able to get just by printing out the report, circling, and writing down actions that we would want to take. So with Innovis. So if you are a credit repair specialist or if you are a DIYer, I would highly recommend that you pull Innovis's credit reports. It's really easy and fast to do so. If there are discrepancies there, dispute them. It's really important that you do because we have people who actually have information on the Innovis report, because there are, you know, a lot of instances where you can have like a clean credit report with TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, but Innovis can be a little muddy just simply because you didn't think to dispute any negatives with them. And you can still get denied for certain loans and things of that nature. So in order to do like a full cleanup, I always suggest that you absolutely dispute with Innovis. That's just a recommendation of mine. And it's a rule that I kind of dispute by. So if this video has added any value to your DIY experience, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.